Hadis Daf Yomi Yerushalmi Terumos. That Summer came out. The article is by edition. We're on the third line down. Meza b'Truma b'Shogeg. Meza b'Truma b'Shogeg b'Chomesh, which in the Vilna is on Daf Vav Amud Aleph, about halfway down. Meza b'Truma b'Shogeg b'Chomesh. It's the one line before you have below we have Vayikra Yudzayin in the margin on the right. And the line should be as close for Pinnacle Base Yisrael in the war against our enemies in Machshma. So in the Kav V'Naki, the Girsa is different. I think then it comes out to be the same, but it starts out Shogi B'Truma Mezid B'Chametz. In other words, the first. Well, instead of Chomesh, he has your B'Chametz. Which is from the Rash Sibilia. And that's also in the Gra. He's a B'Truma B'Chametz. So, presumably if it's in the Gra and the Rash Sibilia, so we can go with that change of Girsa. So the Moshe Psachim, Perik Beis Mishdal, which the Bali is Daf Lamed Aleph and Beis says, Ochel Truma Chametz b'Pesach, Truma Chametz b'Pesach b'Shogeg, b'Shayim Keren b'Chomesh. So Yerushalmi is asking if you're chayav the Chomesh, if you are amazed in the Chametz. They say that since you're amazed in the Chametz, even though you're Shogeg in the Truma, the Chiyuv Truma is not given for kapara with the Chomesh. The same thing which Yerushalmi is about to ask with Yayin Truma by Nazir and Yayin Truma on Yom Kippur. Okay, so that's what Gemara says. Shogeg b'Truma meiz Chametz. Shogeg b'Truma meiz b'Nazir. It's a Nazir. Nazir drinking wine, but meiz, but on the Truma aspect, you're Shogeg. Shogeg b'Truma meiz Yom Kippur. It's will be Yom Kippur, but in terms of Truma, you're Shogeg. In if they b'shtei dvarim nicha, if we consider the two swim independently, which is the same, which supposing till now makes sense. So they the fact that you're amazed on one Isser doesn't mean you don't pay Shogeg and Chomesh on the Truma. But if we're going to consider them to be one thing, because it was Bas Achas, Achila Achas, so that's Machlekes Rabbi Yochanan Reish Lakish, Machlekes Rabbi Yochanan and Reish Lakish. So the Machlekes Rabbi Yochanan Reish Lakish is in Shabbos Daf Samach Tes. We alluded it to before in the Sugya by we're amazed in the Lav and Shogeg in the Koris. We did a Lav amazing, but you Shogeg, you knew it was a lot, but you didn't realize it was a chorus. And as he put, we point Rabbi Yochanan was brought down being the sugya when we talk about meza b'chela b'shayil korban. So you know that also tin chela. You didn't realize it was a chorus. So Rabbi Yochanan, the fact that you were amazed in the lot of Malchus doesn't restrain you from being a korban, because the lav and the chorus are considered two separate things, even though from the same shame. So certainly by Shogeg b'Truma b'Hezi b'Chometz can be chayav Chomesh because the lav and the Chometz and the Shogeg and Truma are two separate things. But Shlokis holds that Hezi v'lav and Shogeg chorus you don't bring a korban. If you're amazed in lav, even though you're Shogeg chorus you don't bring a korban. So his opinion is that a ma'aser which has any mazid whatsoever, the way the Yerushalmi is interpreted here, obviously you can interpret it differently, but the Yerushalmi is assuming here is that any ma'aser which has any type of mazid involved in it, it curtails of bringing a korban. So too, since they're considered to be the mazid is part of a ma'aser in the same achila as the truma, so therefore he can't bring the chomesh. There's the chomesh for the truma, and the tashlum is also tashlum of just the value, not the tashlum truma of the classic sense. Okay, Talmud Tzim, we looked over there. Amen Shabbos Yom Kippur, Zez Dom B'Dei Adam, and Zez Dom B'Koros. The only difference in Shabbos Yom Kippur is that by Shabbos you get skila, which is a human punishment, and by Yom Kippur you get koros, which is a divine punishment. But the implication is that by Tashlumin they're both the same, and you're a potter from you're a potter because King Rabbinah. I forgot this one. think I've been saying for Chanina a couple of days ago. Chanina Kanya. Chanina Kanya Omer Yom Kippurim Shabbos Tashlumin. Chanina says Yom Kippur is like Shabbos Tashlumin, even though it's a kares and not Misa, and you could get Malchus, but it's still not Misa. Nevertheless, since it's the Chiyuv of kares is enough to make you potter on the Tashlumin. Shimon Nasi Omer Mechuyev Krisos can Mechuyev basis basin. Seems to be the same thing, right? Krisos is the same thing. Mechuyev basis basin. Ma binayu. Wasn't she Shira Mechuyev Kana and Ma be Shimon Menasya? Lachem Shem Ravina is Amar Nara Nida B'Neil. A girl who's 12 years old who's a Nida. So Kana Mechuyev Kana, it's that's not considered to be. The way he explains here is the Shiva Imani Sora used to do this because Shimon Nasi apart from Knas because you have colors. Couldn't be a kana who says a tour by Yom Kippur is specific. Then or mention Yom Kippur specifically here you're gonna be chayav Knas because neither is not like it's Yom Kippur as we explain later on. Because it's neither yesh hetali to isuro. It could become mutter eventually. This woman who's usher now will become eventually mutter after she goes to the mikveh. It's supposed to Yom Kippur. That day is always usher. No, therefore, there's no way that it ain't hetali isuro, and therefore that chiluk evidently Yerushalmi is mechalik, and it's going to she's not going to be potter from Tashlumin in the case of Yesh Hetel Isuro, only case of Ein Hetel Isuro Yom Kippur according to Rabbi Chud Me'Kana. Okay, so that's what it says. Ma B'Neil, Rabbi Yachav Bar Ravina B'Neil, Af Achos Ishto B'Neil. Also Achos Ishto, since there's a possible to have a heter if the wife dies. Al Daite the Rabbi Chud Me'Kana Ma Shabbos Ein Heter Achisur. So Rabbi Chud Me'Kana just like Shabbos, which is has no heter Achar Isuro. And Yom Kippur, that's of course the case. We start with the Shabbos Yom Kippur. And Yom Kippur ain't not mean let the surah, so therefore it parties for a moment. Shimon Nasim Shabbos Yesh Bo Kores Zoel Yesh Letter Achar but the Nido or the Achos Ishos is a possible Letter Achar Mishalin. I don't think the Bavli has this chiluk. I don't think so. I don't think the Bavli Shimon Nasim is brought down. I think the Chani Mekhan is brought down. Shimon Nasia. It's a unique sheet of the Bible. Yerushalmi. Shimon Nasia Shabbos, but according to the Bible, also the there's no nafkamina. The Chimei Kana is held by any case. The Chiyuv Kares, unless it's Knas. Knas might be different, but it's not going to be a Chiyuv Tashlumin. So the Shabbos Shabbos Yesh B'Kares going to bring Yesh B'Kares Zuvazu have Yesh B'Kares Ein Mishayim since they both are Kares there's no payment. Okay, Rabbi Yehuda Bar Posi. Posi boy Makos increases Ma Omein Boon Halein tonight. If you try, what about Makos increases? Do you exempt somebody who's chayav Kares from Makos? Such I did Malacha Yom Kippur Yom because of the lav or not? Rabbi Yosef said Tzricha Rabbanon. This is the Rabbanon. Some suffix. Tzricha is Yerushalmi's version of Teku. Right? We don't know exactly. It's unclear. From Rabbi Yonah it says Lama Lo Shema Lamir Ado. Why don't we learn how to know that Rosh Hashanah? Tell Shem Echai Omer Rabbi Tafon Omer. Nemer goes to Shabbos. Nemer Shabbos goes to Yom Kippur. Makor Yitzom Rabbi Shabbos. Ain't Makos Yitzom. So there's no Makos in where since it's susceptible to Misa's based in. Of course, when Yom Kippur, a Makos El Kares. It's a Kares. There's no Makos by Kares. Should be the same thing. No, where it says Amray Mona Kum Rabbi Yossi Matzi Cholon. No, our question is Krish Lakish later on. We haven't seen it yet. That Baram Rabbi Yochanan Im Makos Eitzel Misa Yeshlo. There is Makos by Misa. As we shall see, he also is Makos by Misa. Makos Eitzel Kores Lokoshke. So they Makos by Kores. Depends on last row. And that's the Spagul. You look, Hashem also that's Meno Shem Avodah Zorah. You shech that also that's Meno, which is a lot, but also Shem Avodah Zorah. Yochem it depends. Imis Kubol Shum also that's Meno like it. The Makos also if they want him, You get Malchus also Beno. You get late Malchus. The Shum Avodah Zara. They weren't going to be Shum Avodah Zara. Who niska? You get skila. No double. Either Malchus or skila, not both. The Shogish Mafil Hisabon Mishum also Beno. No, even they warn it because also Beno ain't a loka. Let's get Malchus. Me'achar Sheilu Hisabon the Shem Avodah Zara higher niska. Since if they would have warned him that he's about to wish Avodah Zara, he would get niska. He gets skila, so he doesn't get Malchus no matter what. So our question is, according to Rabbi Yerushalmi Terumos, Lav Shenitan Lamitzas base and doesn't get Malchus. What about Lav Shenitan Lakaris? No, he says even Rabbi Yochanan. We need to ask a question. Its question is up in the air. It's not comparable. In the case where he does a malacha and they were master of him because of a great lav only, still it's one Misa. So maybe you don't get maybe since it's possible to get me, so you don't get Malchus. Maybe it's only over there where it's two issues. There's the issue of also as no Avodah Zara. So there, you say you can get Malchus and not Misa, depending on this one. But maybe here it's one Misa. No, doesn't work that way. Okay, the Gemara does not resolve this. But I believe the way to do Paskin his Chaim Malchus. We know that one of the reasons the Beis Yosef wanted to marry Beirav, wanted to bring back what the Smicha. Real Smicha is in order that all the Anusim who were over creases could get Malchus, because if a person who gets Malchus, Chorus gets Malchus, it atones for the Chorus, and they no longer have Chorus anymore. So Pashas would be Paskin that. You in Malchus, which Chorus, you still get the Malchus. I don't know if that's only the Bavli, if it's also the Yerushalmi. We shall see. In the meantime, even though so it continues, we're on Daf Samach Vav Amud Aleph. So